We're at the future site of the community care campus, and we are on the second step of environmental testing for the site. And this is a common process for commercial real estate transactions where you make sure that the property doesn't have any chemical contamination or things that might be hazardous to human health.
So for this property, we chose 2 locations to collect soil gas, and groundwater samples to understand whether or not there's anything we need to be worried about from an environmental perspective on this property. The first process of that is to have a drill rig out here that has a direct push technology that pushes the core down into the soil, and it collects the soil at specific intervals for us. And we're screening it right now over at the table to understand if it tells us any information.
Brownfields are a really common issue in urban environments. We have them all over the place. By addressing them, you have this unique opportunity to use a property that has all this great infrastructure around it. But when we spend the time to assess, clean up, and communicate that process, we can tell people that we care about this neighborhood. We are here to make sure that you are getting investments that serve you.
Redeveloping brownfields is extremely important just in terms of getting these properties back into a productive reuse. Oftentimes brownfields are in really, really desirable locations. We pass by them every day. So being able to turn a blighted and abandoned property back into something that's contributing safe for the environment and human health, we enjoy getting to do that.
To me, a brownfield property isn't necessarily a property that has a lot of contamination expected to be associated with it. It's a property that's not being used appropriately. It's being underutilized, and it could be turned into something that's beneficial for the community.
Through our targeted brownfield assessment at the state level, we are able to provide no-cost environmental site assessments to eligible entities, which would include local governments like the City of Louisville or quasi-governmental agencies and 501c3 nonprofits.
Our Brownfield job training program gets young people trained up and certified in different aspects of environmental safety, environmental health, ultimately so they can get trained up and go in their downtown areas and combat those brownfield sites.
With Blueprint 502 being awarded a brownfield job training grant, they're taking that funding that they were awarded and learning how to do all sorts of things in the environmental field without having a college degree.
I have some students that just want to work for the people. They want to speak and be that voice for the people in their communities. We have other people that are interested in the machinery aspects of things. They want to do the drilling and things. We have people that want to run their own environmental company and do some soil testing and run laboratories and things like that.
Nonprofits like 502, they're paving the way here in Louisville to understand how to take a brownfield grant and turn it into jobs.
So we get a hands-on experience of seeing the machinery that's used in the sampling. We get to see how they process the samples and ultimately understand what contaminants are in the ground, if any at all.
Bringing the heart to these communities that we serve, especially in one that I live and have my family in, is very important to me. For the community that's going to be using this area for the community care center, and that's so critical for them, you know, and they might not ever even know that environmental sampling occurred to protect their health whenever they're enjoying this campus. But we're just proud to be a part of it and to do it right, to make sure that the redevelopment is planned the way it's supposed to keep the people safe. I feel like that strengthens our community so much, and it just gives a real and ready example to my children to show them that we can all be a part of something good.
Professionally, it's incredibly satisfying to know that the time that we spend and the work that we're doing has a tangible benefit for folks, that it's putting them in a safe and comfortable place to live that they can afford to be. It's really a beautiful thing to get to know that we are doing work that's going to help people live better. Good feeling.